All right, so in this book about Japanese teenagers, I was not expecting so much Bruce Springsteen. And it starts with Bruce Springsteen, and it sort of keeps happening.
Tramps
which
like
is
us,
kind of crazy. You know, we're
we
born
were
to run, born to be free.
To run.
So
it's his freedom anthem.
It is. He loves,
you know,
he loves the boss.
The
they
boss
don't let him
represents
run.
them. They're running
country.
the whole time.
That's the only thing they can.
That's
the
all
only thing
they
can
do. That's all they do is run.
It's like the Olympics. So we're reading.
The only thing they can do in the Olympics is run?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the first thing.
And
it might be the first thing.
And kayak.
Anyway,
welcome
to the Hardcover Hooligans podcast.
We are reading Battle Royale by Koshoun Takami. And we have a guest on the show. It's our good friend, Steph Callahan.
Hi.
Hello.
Woo.
Wave to the
Hello.
camera. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Steph. I know these two hooligans
Aww.
very well.
Yeah, we got a life outside of this.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't feel like it all the time.
Yeah.
We do.
Doesn't always feel like it.
but yeah,
And you suggested this book for us to
I
read.
love this book.
Mhm.
I read this book in college, my first year of college. There was a guy that was like, "Oh, have you heard of this book?" And I was like, "No." And he kind of explained like the history of, you know, Hunger Games stuff, or, you know, how people say it's like the first Hunger Games, or it's the OG idea of it. And he lent it to me, and
Well, nice guy,
I
this
never
guy.
gave it back,
Mhm.
as
Oh.
one does with books.
Is that guy dead now, or is he waiting for
You
a
know,
book?
I never talked to him
Oh,
again.
damn. He just stole his book from him. and bounced.
He gave me a book, and it's like, what, 800 pages. It's going to take me a while to finish
it's
it.
taking you like 10 years.
You think,
Yeah.
you think
Well, I read it.
he's finding out about it right now?
He's this-
so if
yeah.
you're
He's
our
out
biggest
there,
fan.
Dan, I'm sorry.
Dan, we're sorry.
I do
Dan.
remember your name, but we
That's
didn't know each other.
Listen,
We didn't know
I
each other
bought a
super
copy
well.
of Thrift Books that did not come in time, so you can have my copy.
But I read it back then, and then we were talking about the podcast, and I was like, "This is a really good book. Let's read this book." And so I reread it, and I thought it was just as great as the first time I read it.
Now you read, right, because your copy is old. Because there's two editions. There's two
okay.
translators, 2003 and 2014.
I think
would
mine's
imagine yours is the
03.
2003
Yeah, that's the
edition.
one I read too. Yeah.
Translated by Yuji Oniki, 2014 Nathan Collins.
Mm-hmm.
So I've heard there are translation differences. Now, I don't own this book. I had to read it on the Internet Archive, which came with its own host of issues in that sometimes there are entire chapters that are just printed again, and I didn't even realize. And so I'd be like, wait, page 433, why do I keep seeing this? And I was like, oh, I just read this chapter. I see.
I had an issue where some of the pages were swapped.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, what happened?
I felt
And it
like I was in my own battle royale. You know
I
what mean?
told both of you that you could borrow my book after I finished it.
I didn't know when you
So
were finished with it, though.
I just finished.
Okay.
Like
So we would have
3
had to
days
read
ago.
it like in the last
In
half hour.
36 hours.
Which would have been really fun. But before we dive into Battle Royale,
Yes, of course.
Mac has to revisit our new recurring segment.
Yes, I'm reading Siri, Who Am I by Max Cheetah. That's how you say this person's last name. It's
Sam
a book.
Cheetah.
What did I say, Max
You
Cheetah?
said Max.
Max
That's my
Cheetah
favorite
sounds
kind of
better,
cheetah.
honestly.
Not known for close reading.
No.
McIntyre got on here.
No. This is a book about a woman who wakes up bloody in the hospital and can't remember. She has amnesia, and she's trying to piece together her life. Now, I tried to finish it, much like with Iron Flame. I got maybe another 100 pages in. There's not, I've got a life. I have to do some things for myself sometimes. But I have some fun updates on Siri, Who Am I? I have her last name. It's Wallace.
Okay.
She's realized okay, Steph, so you don't know anything about this book.
Anything.
She woke up in the hospital and she didn't know how she got there, but she has amnesia, can't remember anything about her life. But she wound up at
Is receipt your bookmark?
yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm a high roller.
I do that too, actually.
She went on her Instagram and figured out where she lives. And so the last part where we left off was she was on her way to her house. And she opened the house, and there was a beautiful man sitting on the counter
Ooh la la.
And they have this conversation. She's like, I live here. And he's like, oh, are you sure about that? And he's all sexy and suave. What she learns is that he's house sitting for this chocolate empire billionaire named JP. And he owns a chocolate company called Jacques-O-Lot.
Wow.
Yes.
Jacques
Yes.
Olat.
Jacques-O-Lot. Yes. Because his name is Jacques Pierre. She doesn't really see a lot of pictures of her around. The only thing we know about Jacques Pierre is that he's French. She gets a text from somebody in her phone named Frenchie. And for, I don't know, 10 pages, she's like, who's Frenchie? And I'm like, oh my God. It's clearly the only French guy. And so she realizes it's him. But he keeps being like, you're not still mad at me, are you? And she's like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be mad at. So she's like, I got to figure out my life. She meets this guy. His name is Max, the guy who's house sitting.
Max Cheetah.
Max is a neuroscientist. Doesn't occur to her to ask Max about her brain injury, but she makes friends with Max, and she starts going to all these places to try to piece together her life. She goes to this art museum, and at the art museum, she learns that she sees somebody and is like, hey, do you know what happened at this party? Because there's like a picture of Instagram. She was at this party at this art museum. And she's like, no, I left after that person died. And she's like, what? She's like, yeah, somebody like smashed her head into an ice sculpture of Cupid, like on Cupid's arrow. Smashed her fucking head on it. And she's like, what? That must be me. And then she's like, but who would smash my fucking head on an ice sculpture, Cupid's arrow?
Do they keep saying Cupid's
Yes,
arrow?
it's like Cupid's
That's
arrow.
so funny.
It's important. It's on the arrow.
Yeah. She's like, I heard like this person was arguing with the wife of the owner of the art museum, and she said something to him, then suddenly she started screaming, and she's like, what the hell? And so she has in her Instagram bio, it says, let me see. I could find it. It says like SoCal forever.
Oh
and
my
then it
God.
says and then it says shit. It says something. Oh wait. SoCal Mia for reals, SoCal forever gold rush. What's Gold Rush, he asks. It's a documentary about gold miners in Alaska. My Google search had featured pictures of bearded men in hard hats. I have no idea why this doc would be important to me. Maybe I'm involved in filmmaking. This is LA after all. But what she learns is she's running a dating service for the rich and powerful. Okay? And it's called Gold Rush. And she's the CEO.
Okay.
So
wow.
she sets it up. It sounds like prostitution based on, I'm pretty sure
no.
it's two consenting parties, but the way the book reads, she's
Yeah.
like paying these women to go out with these guys.
Oh,
and I'm like,
that's
wait,
not-
that's not a
Oh, that's like a
Sugar
that's not like
daddy.
a
That works?
dating
No.
service.
But
Matchmaker, maybe.
She finds JP on there and is like, wait a minute, did I like find JP on my own service and start dating him? And then Max gets it into his head that like, hey, I think JP is probably the one who pushed you into the glass sculpture, and that's why he feels so
Whoa.
sorry about something. But I'm a little bit like, why would he be like, you're not still mad at me for trying to kill you on the
Right.
Cupid ice sculpture,
in
right?
public at a party.
Yeah. And then she goes. There's a picture of her on a yacht. So she strolls down to the marina at Long Beach, and she just walks onto the yacht that she was on, and she makes herself a drink and starts eating the snacks. And she lays down, and a guy shows up, and he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And she's like, "This is my yacht." We don't know if that's
Yachts,
true.
yachts are classic escort
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
Also, always unlocked.
Right,
Famously
right.
unlocked. But she's like, oh no, I know the owners of the yacht. Like, but I'm trying to get into contact with him. Can you like go get him for me? And he's like, okay, whatever. And she's like, I gotta get out of Dodge. And she says, oh, I need to. She's like, oh, I've learned so much today. Today's been crazy. I better go to lunch with Max. And so she goes to Max's job at the neuroscience lab.
So she has money?
Well, she doesn't have any of her passwords to her bank account.
Okay.
But yes, she finds an article about Gold Rush, and like the going rate for one of these dates is like $35,000.
Okay.
Whoa.
Quote dates, unquote.
Quote, yes.
Quote, escort service.
Quote,
Unquote.
fucking fines, unquote. She goes to lunch with Max, but when she walks in, Max is in the middle of getting fired because he's in an argument with his ex who's on the team that he's on.
That's why you never dabble at work.
You never
Yeah.
double dip.
You never double
Can't
dip.
double dip.
Can't do it.
So they go to lunch, and then she gets a FaceTime. They go to lunch, and I don't know if this is the narrator or if this is like the author, but she's like, we went to like this disgusting, dirty taco truck in this disgusting part of Los Angeles.
Oh my
What the hell?
God.
They're like, we were the only Ferrari there. Not the only nice car, but the only nice car that wasn't peddling drugs out of the back. And so they're eating tacos, and she gets a FaceTime from JP, and Max is like, you have to answer it. And she's like, no, I'm too nervous. I'm nervous. But she does answer it.
Oh,
He says, hello, Mia.
you eat my chocolate?
Mia, you're eating a taco?
I thought you said you would only eat chocolate.
They talk for a little bit, and she's just trying to be cagey. She doesn't bring up that she doesn't remember anything. And then they hang up or whatever. And that's about as far as I got.
Wow.
So the mystery is unfolding.
You make me want to never read this book
Why?
ever again.
It's good.
You
It
know
seems
what?
so
I
fun.
think it's like in like a new modern book, it's the internet stuff and the FaceTime and the Instagram bio that gets me. I don't.
Hashtag priorities. There's like
Yeah, I was gonna say,
hashtags
yeah.
in
That's
like
so
the
fun.
narrative.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't like
here's what I
that.
thought. Blood alcohol of, I don't know what the numbers mean, but mostly Grey Goose. Funny how I know what I drink, even if I don't know where I live. Hashtag priorities.
That's horrible.
Yeah, no, it's good.
The patient can't seem to remember her name, Brenda says. Kim, Chloe, Courtney, Chris, Caitlin, Kanye, Kendall, Kylie, and all the assorted babies.
no.
I know all of their names, but who the hell am I?
I don't know.
I love this.
Siri,
Okay.
who am I?
This makes me want to read this.
Yeah.
The Kardashians are mentioned, so it officially is an escort service. I think. It must be.
But yeah, that's
You know
as
they
far-
dabble in that.
That's true.
Don't
Famously
sue
so.
us. But
That's as far as I got in Siri. Who am I?
Wow.
I just couldn't take it anymore. So I
You
stopped reading.
famously said you were going to finish it for this one.
I'm also
I
a
don't know if
famous
you
liar.
did.
so
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
true.
finish
That's
it.
true.
But
But we should talk about Battle Royale.
yes,
let's talk about Battle Royale.
So this book, was it published 2003?
Published
No,
in 1999.
1999.
Yeah.
English translation was 2003. Famous, I think, only, at least in my mind, for, being, it's related to the Hunger Games in some way. I believe Suzanne Collins disavows that connection.
Suzanne Collins
seems
claims she
hilarious.
never read it.
Yeah. Okay.
She claims, I think, I didn't know about it until after I turned in my manuscript for it, which
Sure.
feels very like timeline. Who knows? We're not making any accusations, but it's famous
I think
for
she
that
read
reason.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
they made a movie. Like it was a huge book. The author. This was like the only book he's written.
Yeah.
In the last 20. He like hasn't wrote another book. I don't.
Yeah. Well, and he
So-
wrote this, and then there was another translation, and then he like wrote or co-wrote a manga of it, and then like a movie came out of it. So
Yeah, I saw
he's
the
been
movie.
doing lots of Battle Royale.
He's
Years
even
ago.
said himself that the manga is better.
than the book.
Yeah. He's like, I think the manga, he said that Takami said all the characters are the exact same and they don't really change at all. So when we wrote the manga, we tried to fix that. More diverse group of characters.
Interesting.
Well, and it's like fun to visualize stuff when you
Yeah.
know, it's the book is very visual where sometimes like, especially if you're not Japanese or familiar with like the names and the culture, it's hard to keep track of them a little bit.
The names of the
Unless you like
people.
really visualize
or it's
it
like
for
the main
yourself.
characters whose names they repeat
Right.
a bunch. Because there are
Right.
times where like I'd read a section, I'm like, did this person die or not, or
Yeah.
is this a new person? Because immediately there's 42 students, and you're like, we're gonna see all these students die by
Yeah.
name, and
Is
yeah,
it 42? I think it's
we
like
do.
30.
It's 42.
Or it's 42. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
42 students remaining.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Uh,
I
thi-
love that part of the book too.
This is heavily inspired by The Long Walk by Stephen King, which is the first one of these kinds of stories about like kids and some sort of killing game. But that was from 1979. And so it was a very long time before this book came out. And it is also inspired
Mhm.
by professional wrestling, of course.
Yeah, Battle Royale.
Heavily inspired by professional
Mhm.
wrestling. The book actually begins with a rant. It says rant. It's a rant about the Battle Royale and professional wrestling.
No, I might be putting you on the spot, Mac. Could you do part of the rant as Why am I blanking
I
on
don't know
Macho
what you're
Man
talking
Randy
about.
Savage?
Yeah,
Oh.
sure. I don't have it pulled up.
I
here.
can pull it. I have it right here. You could do the quotes. It's so hard to love.
But tramps like us.
Yeah, just do the lyrics.
What battle royale?
What battle royale? What's battle royale? Come on, don't tell me you know that. White brother coming to a pro wrestling match. That hurts my throat.
We got a little bit of it.
Wow.
I knew that's why I thought you would like it
Yeah.
because obviously of the wrestling thing. And then I don't know if in your version at the way end after the book ends, there's like an interview in the translated edition that the author does. And he talks about how he was like,
I don't think that was.
I didn't read
no,
that.
that's, yeah.
It
But
is.
he was like, I love wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was curious. We know battle. Isn't it crazy because of this book we have Fortnite? I was thinking about that too.
It is.
Is that really? I don't
that's
know.
what the battle royale games.
Oh,
like
but
you drop
I
into like a
see.
place. Yeah.
Like I think you
Yeah.
without this idea, you don't get the
Right.
video game Fortnite.
Yeah, which is
Right.
awesome.
I know you don't get build
It's a
mode.
great
Thank you, Koshoun
idea.
Takami.
That's the thing. It's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a great
Without
idea.
Koshoun Takami, we never get no build mode. You're right. You're so right.
You do have hack mode.
What?
It's like, what if we change the code of Fortnite where we just won?
That's true. Where we make like some sort of bomb that we both get exploded in.
We're talking about the plot details.
Yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
about the plot details.
Yeah. There's an intro where a crazy
Mhm.
guy rants to us about what a battle royale is, in case we didn't know. There's a government memo that just says that this game exists for research purposes, and that's sort of it.
Now, what do we think they're researching?
Well, I mean, they say it at the end, basically why they have these games.
Can you remind? Can you? say
Yeah,
it?
for sure.
yeah.
Which
Please remind
is
us.
so at the way end when the government guy, I don't remember his name, but his long
It's like
hair,
Takamochi or whatever.
Takamochi or something.
Sakamochi, I think?
Sakamochi, yeah. He says to Shogo on the ship, he's like, paraphrasing, we have these because if we show our country that like you can't fight against us, that it scares everyone, it puts them in fear, so they have no will to like gather together for a revolution.
Yeah.
So honestly, a lot of parallels
Yeah.
to things happening just
Like the
by our
the
governments, the
Olympics.
Olympics, Love
Huge
Island.
conspiracy of the NBA. This is sort of like a mix of the Olympics and Love Island.
Right, yes.
Do you think that would maybe make more sense if this game was televised at all?
I don't think so. I don't know, because it's like they just if the less you know, the more fear you have, I guess.
That's a good point,
So
but
if
it only
they
happens to
see-
like children. So if you're an adult, you're like, what do I care?
Well, but I'm sure some adults are like, I remember that class from
It
my
disappeared. That's a
It's
good
like
age
point.
one
group.
of the girls was like, "Oh, my cousin was
Yeah,
lost in
right,
the last one, or whatever."
right.
So,
There's
it
a
sort of
ripple.
hangs over the heads
Yeah.
of people. But it also seems like the parents don't tell their children about it because all the children seem to be surprised they're part of this.
Well, the
Well-
parents learn about it in real time.
Uh-huh.
They
Right.
show up at the
Oh, yeah.
house after they've been.
No, what I'm
taken.
talking about, like about the
Like the
game
lore of it.
exists.
I think like some of them, I mean, that's what Shuya said
Mhm.
was like, and if I or we pronounce any of the names wrong,
Yeah.
it's we're American.
Yeah.
But
We're right, is what we're saying.
but Shuya's like, oh, at the orphanage, I saw it on TV, like the news of the winner,
Oh, yeah, I
but he
remember
didn't
that, yeah.
realize what it was
Yeah.
yet at that time, So I
You
feel
just
like
show the winner.
they're aware of it.
And I think all the detail and world building is almost incidental to get to the part that is exciting, and it's like it's a horror movie, but like there's fun kills and little plot
Yeah.
twists, and like what
Yeah.
are all the variations you can find in
And
that?
it's fun to like have the beginning where they're like on the bus. He's kind of describing
to the
the
museum.
different characters, like, oh, she's the mean girl, he's the quiet boy, or
It
whatever.
is very tropey.
Yeah, and I think that helps with just connecting to then when you cut to like 10 chapters ahead and you're like, who was that
Well, you
guy?
have 42 kids,
Right. You
And
got to
he
have some
remembered
tropes.
the one time when his.
Right.
Wait, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. This is
Yeah.
one really funny part. So yeah, a bunch of kids go on a field trip, and then they're like, "Oh, we're really sleepy." Our main character's name is Shuya, And they're like, we're really sleepy and I can't really see. And then they're all knocked out and they wake up in a school.
Well, a fun detail I like is like they're really sleepy, and then he looks at the driver and he's got like this crazy like gas mask hooked up to this thing, and
Right.
He's like, what's
the
that?
hell?"
Yeah.
And Shogo is
Is
trying
pounding the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shogo is trying to get out. Why is he trying to get out when his original plan was to get in the game again to then rebel? I don't know. I'm not clear on
Was he the guy
Shogo's
trying to
plan.
get out?
Well,
That's pretty
maybe he
funny.
was just trying to open the window so all the smoke could get out. So,
Yeah, but the point is
Maybe
he
he
wants to end
didn't
up in
know.
the game so that he
Does-
can.
I don't know
Yeah.
if he- I don't know if
That's
he
his
wanted
plan.
to.
That's his plan.
Yeah.
Is to get into the game again.
Is that his plan though? I don't know if it was
I think he just happened to
explicitly.
get in the game
Yeah.
again.
Like he said, it was bad luck. He's like that.
Oh, does he? I thought that
got
was his
in
plan.
for a second time. So now that he is in again, he wants to destroy.
Yeah. So one of the
Wow.
students, one of the twists of the book is one of the students has been in the game before, which I think is very fun.
I
That is
agree.
like a fun twist.
Yeah, he's covered
and they
in
think,
scars
yeah, they think he's a bad guy
He's a
and
transfer
that
student.
he's gonna be involved and kill everybody.
and
And
stuff.
he's
Imagine if
like,
he got transferred
no.
and it happened to
And
you
do
again.
it
That's
again.
why it's horrible.
That's so
That's why it's
funny.
horrible. Yeah. Is it funny?
What a tough life. This
These
book.
kids
it's just, like,
dying to know-
ironic.
No, yeah, it's hilarious.
I mean, let's talk about it. I think this book is supposed to be funny.
There's definitely humor in
It's
there.
pretty like
good.
goofy and like over like
There's even a line in there that's like the line between humor and horror
Yeah.
is so thin,
Yeah.
and which is so true, just to like horror and comedy creators.
Yeah.
but-
and they're like they're 15-year-old kids, and sometimes they're like, but who do you have a crush on? They're always talking
Right.
about each other's crushes.
And then they get shot in the fucking head.
Right.
It's insane.
or other crazy shit that you're like, you're 15
I know,
and you
yeah.
were speaking of escorts. You know what
Yeah,
I
true,
mean?
true.
Yeah,
One of them
it's
is an
messed
escort.
up.
Yeah. They they're all like chained. Well, they're not chained to the desks. They have these collars on.
Right. Yeah.
This evil government guy says like, you're part of the game now, and it starts now. Any questions?
And somebody's like, I got a question. Fuck you. And then he gets
Right.
shot. in the head.
Shot right in the head.
And it's Shuya's best friend.
Yeah.
His best
That
friend.
was pretty.
What
I was
is
not
that?
expecting
His brother.
his like
Yeah.
best friend from the orphanage, right? His
Yeah.
orphanage days. It gets
Yeah.
shot immediately.
Right.
And the bullet
And
goes
killed.
through him and into Noriko Nakagawa's leg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is no good.
Noriko.
Could be a problem.
And then, if you've read Hunger Games and know anything about Hunger Games, it's like basically, that's basically what this book is.
Yeah.
With
Except
like
the
some
whole time.
wrinkles and difference.
Because the Hunger Games,
sure.
most of it is not the Hunger Games.
Yeah, and it's not televised, and there's not like the part about the sponsors outside
or like
the game, or
right.
they don't get time to train.
Hunger Games
just
is
random.
like the American version. You got to get
Yeah.
your sponsors.
That's true.
You got to,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah. You got to get
Yeah,
your
this
bag.
is untelevised. Yeah, untelevised.
It is untelevised.
This is untelevised.
They're doing it for the
It is
love of the
untelevised.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they really are.
to put fear into the country.
Mhm.
The whole thing takes place in some fictional fascist Japan called the Republic of Greater East Asia. It is not ever really said why the country is like this. It's not like a Axis 1 World War II kind of thing, because America exists and is presumably the same, because they refer to them as the American imperialists, but they have still like Bruce Springsteen and like all the movies and like rock and roll. So it's like, okay, so it is the same. It's just like something happened to Japan
And Shuya
and Korea.
he plays baseball
Mm-hmm.
and he loves rock
And
and roll.
guitar,
God, he's
yeah.
cool.
And
He's
it's a
so
fascist
cool.
country when, quote, yes, rock was outlawed in this country. And they always call it rock.
They call it
Right.
rock.
It's
No.
just goes too hard,
Shuya's electric guitar came with a government-approved sticker which read, decadent music is strictly prohibited.
That would-
Decadent music was rock.
I would kill myself if my electric guitar came with a
If
sticker
I
like
couldn't
that.
listen to
Well-
Bruce Springsteen when I was 15, oh my God.
So let's.
I mean, we have a lot of freedoms.
that's true.
Mhm.
We have a lot
True.
of
Thank you.
freedoms.
Let's talk about the translation. There's no way this is not a 1-to-1 Japanese to English translation.
There are definitely some words and phrases here and there where you're like, or it was
Like the humor.
edited, or like there's a misspelling
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's just
mistake.
like every single paragraph starts with the sentence of the paragraph and then ends with, in other words, the sentence again.
Summary of the paragraph.
Every time.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, what is happening? And then I was like, oh, because that's how, like, I don't believe I'm wrong, but the Japanese written language is also very repetitive in that same way.
Or some things are not repeated and just implied. And so,
Yeah.
like, if you're translating, you probably do have to repeat certain things for it to make in English. Like, I've not read a ton of translated Japanese literature. Like, I've read some Haruki Murakami books, and, like, even there, like, it sort of has the similar vibe of how it's translated. Like, it's sort of, I don't know, it just sort of feels like translated Japanese in, like, a very specific way, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Or like in anime too, if you
Yeah.
see dub stuff, it's like clearly they're saying something different in Japanese, but it's like hello, but
You're
it's like
right.
it
Yeah.
means something different
Yeah.
with the
This feels so much
context,
like
you
like
know?
an anime or a manga.
yeah,
It
for
really
sure.
does.
The kids are let out one at a time. There's a lot of the kids not believing that this is happening and being
It's
like,
unbelievable.
I'm not gonna do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we find that a lot of them would want to like escape and try to, but they can't trust anybody. That's the thing.
Yeah.
To the government's benefit, nobody trusts each other.
Mhm.
That's the whole point.
One of the rules is that if 24 hours pass without somebody being killed, then their collars are going to explode because they all have the Suicide Squad-esque bomb collars around their neck.
Or
That
if
also
they,
track them.
right.
They
And
say
listen
they
to them.
track them.
They do track them.
Mhm.
They can also, we find out, hear everything
Hear
they're
what
saying.
So just in your life, if you're going to do some computer hacking, just make sure nobody is listening in through any jewelry you might have on.
Right.
Make sure you're talking about like
Every step.
girls or something.
Yeah, right.
Talking about something like chill and regular and just writing down everything. It really, thank God it's not being televised because they are able to communicate via writing things down to each other.
In a notebook.
Yeah, in a notebook. Shuya leaves and he's like, I got to find like a team. And listen,
They all like leave
Well,
one
he's
at a
like,
time and
I'm-
get a bag, and they get like a randomized
Right.
weapon.
yeah.
But he more so is like, I got to get a team, but mostly I need to wait for Noriko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he walks out. I think a funny scene is he like walks just into like a room and there's like a bunch of soldiers just like hanging out and he's like, whoa. And he just turns around. He
Just
out-
goes down the hallway.
He goes outside and somebody is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
Yeah.
is dead, and then an arrow like whizzes by his head. And then since he is star shortstop at the school, picks up the arrow and throws it and knocks a guy
At a child.
out. Throws it at a little boy and knocks him out. And then he falls off a building. And Shuya thinks he killed him, but he did not kill him. He's actually fine.
Yoshio,
Yeah.
I think the quiet boy.
Yeah.
And so eventually, Shuya like finds a team of other people who are like going to try to find a way out of this. And I feel like most of the students are either scared, they're trying to be like, I'm going to find a way out of this, or they're like, it's go time, baby.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
kill some classmates.
Yeah.
It has to be because I know what this game is. I thought it was, and this must be the only reason. I thought it was very funny how they were like, how are they doing this? Like, how could they bring themselves to do this? Which I know makes sense when you're 15 and you didn't think this would happen to you. But like, because you know the premise of the book, you're like, come on.
Right.
We all know what this is.
Or
get to
like,
kill
you
each
know
other.
you're in a battle royale book.
exactly. Right. Don't you know what book you're in?
You have to play the game.
Right.
You do got to play the
Yeah.
game. I feel like I would be pretty good at this game.
Yeah.
I think you would. I think we would all team up
Mhm.
and be really good at
And then
this game.
I'd betray you both right at the end.
I'm
right
a
at the
really
critical
good
juncture.
archer. That's a skill I have.
Well, what if you
that
don't get a bow?
Yeah, what if you get a boomerang?
Well-
Or whatever that one like boy got.
I'll aim that anywhere.
Yeah, you
I'll
can
aim
throw a
that
boomerang
shit.
anywhere.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it always comes back.
It'll always
Bullets
come
don't come back.
True.
Bullets do not come back. I don't know a lot, but I do know bullets don't come back.
Make a boomerang.
Do we?
bullet.
Every chapter ends with how many students remaining.
Right. Right.
Which I
They
like.
start with
I quite like
42.
that.
Great
I like
countdown.
it. Yeah, it's fun.
I
I had to hide it sometimes so
Oh,
that
so you
I was
didn't know?
like, I was
Yeah.
like reading, and I'm like, I know they're probably gonna die, but I don't know yet. So I like covered
Yeah.
the number.
Something this book. Okay, so every like chapter, one chapter is always going to be about Shuya and his team. For a while there, the following chapter is always the other team of people trying to escape the island. And then the third chapter, before it goes back to Shuya's perspective, is always some poor schmuck who's going to die.
Yeah.
And that's how the book goes the entire time, which is how we get. I don't know if we get everybody. You might actually
Pretty
see
much
how
everybody.
I know,
think,
but do you see how everybody dies? I think you might actually, except for the
Yeah.
first guy who gets shot.
Or it
in
might
the
be
back.
it might be on the page, but I don't know if you don't necessarily have their point of view. At some point,
Right.
it's like, and then the bomb went off and 8 of them exploded.
right.
Yeah.
Or like we found them dead, so we
Yeah.
assume they're dead. Or
Mhm.
But then always in like the next chapter, they will have just heard like the gunfire or the explosion that was just happening. And I think that's the only way you could write this without it feeling really boring, because you know that the 3 people are fine. Like for me, there's never any tension with Shuya's chapter because I'm like, they're
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Like until like, because right away you're like, okay, so they're gonna be the last 3.
Right.
So every time they encounter somebody, there's no stakes, but then the stakes come from these other people.
Right.
But then it has the inverse problem where you're like,
I know
I'm
they're
just
gonna
reading
die,
this
so
to
why
see this
would I-
person die in
Yeah.
this situation, which
But some of them don't die right away on the spot.
that's true.
Mhm.
You
That's
know,
true.
so it's like I think there's still. It sounds
Some
like you
fun
don't
wrinkles.
like the book. Mac.
Let's just get out of the way. I don't. I did not like this book. No.
That sucks.
Part of it is I think I don't like it when children are the subject of violence in like a book. Like I
For
just
sure.
have a hard time
Yeah,
reading it.
for
There's
sure.
like one in particular where like a little girl is like begging for her life and gets shot in the head, and I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm all right. But I think like largely where the story just like doesn't exactly hook me is that I'm much more interested in like the implication of this world than I am in this actual game.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Because I'm like, yeah, this is an unwinnable situation, and I know the genre, like they're gonna be fine. Like, and maybe not fine, but like they're gonna escape this somehow. Because I was like, there's no way this book ends and just like they like win and then Sakamochi kills them anyway.
Oh, you never know.
That's, I mean,
Yeah.
that is true. And just like stuff about the world, like I think it's a smart idea to have it have the game be a method of control, and how like you can only trust like the charismatic strongman in the government as a whole, or the sort of dictator. That's what he's actually referred to, like capital D, the dictator. But I just don't buy like, I think part of in the Hunger Games, the way that succeeds is like that person then becomes like famous celebrity and like goes back to their district and is able to provide for them. But this guy doesn't get anything.
He gets a signed
he gets
thing.
he gets a signed card,
And a
which
pension.
is like fucked up and horrible. But then I just start
And a
thinking
pension, but
Yeah.
what's the, like, as soon as I was like, the game isn't televised, I was like, well, but why?
Well, I think that's also maybe a cultural difference too, of like in America, it's like you're special, you're a winner, you're
Mhm.
top. And what they're expressing in this book and in this culture is like you're just like everybody else, and everybody goes in. There's no like everybody gets a gun, everybody gets a sword, or it's just everybody goes in by chance. Nobody's equal, but we're all equal because we're kind of going in blind. And
Yeah.
whoever leaves, it's like you did an honor for your country, but you're not like gonna be a millionaire just because you won this game that almost everybody is subject to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was wondering at a certain point, I'm like, what is sort of like, what's like the point or like the idea
Yeah.
of the book, you know? And I was thinking, like, I don't know enough about like Japanese culture, but it sort of feels like he's trying to like maybe say something about, you know, conformity or like following the rules, where like people are just like, okay, this is the game, and like we have to just like accept that this
Right.
exists, which like is very different from like the American sensibility of like, we gotta change things, you know. I don't know.
It's like
Yeah.
the
It
Hunger
is something to
Games-
say that he's like inspired. The guy who ends up ending it all is like inspired by like American rock music. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Also,
well, and Shogo too is like, I want to take all of them down, you
Mhm.
know? So the people who do win are
Mhm.
like, they have that revolutionary spirit, I guess you could say.
there's like I don't know, maybe now is the time to bring it up. there's just like in a lot of like these sort of like Japanese literature things, like the way they talk about women and girls is so
I
like
know,
weird
I
and
know.
like off-putting.
Yeah.
That's very much in this. Like,
And gay people too. It's
Yeah,
very
there's a lot of
off-putting.
stuff.
We
It's
see a
very
gay guy be
off-putting.
like, I guess I'll watch him pee for a long time. You're like, what?
Well, he's
So
like,
am
I can stalk anybody, and I'm so quiet. I am gonna be behind this tree.
they talk about these 15-year-old girls' thighs a
Yeah.
lot.
They
Or
do.
that, to go back to like, what's her name? Mizuki, the bad girl,
Yeah.
how fucked up her past is, that
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I guess she's the really bad girl and Kazuo or whatever
Yeah.
his name is
Yeah,
the
that's his
really
name.
bad guy.
Uh-huh.
But they're different still. She went through so much
She like
horrible
got
shit.
traumatized, and he's just good
Yeah.
at killing now.
But
Like,
he's
it's
just a
slightly- it's
sociopath.
slightly
Yeah.
uneven. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the that thing I was talking about, that like cinematic voice where we get the perspectives of other characters, is like such a Stephen King thing where you suddenly are introduced to like this other person and you get their like entire journey. Like I think of The
The
Stand,
backstory. Yeah.
when the virus in The Stand is released. Like we see how our principal cast deals with it, and then for the rest of the chapters, they're just like paragraphs, like this person woke up and tried to like wake their son up, but he wasn't waking up, and then like this person and this, and I think like I think the way that is successful is because I don't really care. Like in a Stephen King book, it would not work if it like really explained who these people are, because I don't care. And I was running into that thing here where like every time a new person is introduced, you get their like whole story, and I'm like, I know you're gonna get shot in the head or exploded. So I was like I assume, because this is like a horror novel, that's what we're here for. So
Right.
just get to the part where somebody like stabs you or
But
explodes
see,
you.
like,
I'm curious what you think about that, because I had a similar
Yeah, really?
feeling. I think at some point I like felt more like at peace about like, okay, you know, let's read about this person, but
Mhm.
like it depended on like my patience, where I was like, okay, you know, you're gonna die. Let's see what fun way you're gonna die.
yeah, I don't know. I think I see it more as I love lore and I love the history and I love the meaning behind like this person. Yeah, we see them get killed or kill and we see that, and that's interesting. But like the lore behind it or their life story behind it makes it more impactful for me, where it's like, whoa, like she went through some shit and died, or has killed these people, or that was his best friend, or he was in love with her. Like it makes it more meaningful for me. So
Yeah.
I enjoy that
Yeah.
stuff. And I think also I haven't seen a ton of anime, but the anime I do like is like that too, where you get like that history and that lore, or like a cutback or flashback to like when they were a kid or something, and
yeah.
how they got to this point. Like,
Yeah.
and to your point, like you said before, Mac, is I did want to know more about the world and more about the country and like, why are we here and how did this get here? So I was missing that aspect of it. But when it comes to all the characters, and I found it interesting. I'm like a lore person. I love the history of a character.
I don't even think, I want to be clear, I don't even think it's bad that that's happening.
Yeah.
It's just like me personally, when I'm reading this book, I'm like, I don't really care.
I
Well, also when
yeah.
you only give yourself a week to read
I
it,
read
you
it-
gotta
I
you
read
gotta cut forward a little bit
I read it in 3 days. But yeah.
we
because you skipped the fun stuff. Yeah.
it's I think it was interesting because you know, immediately, you know, I mean, I read in school, I read Hunger Games, like thinking about how
Yeah.
this is the same, and something to your point is I thought it was interesting, and I thought it was really interesting that like, oh, these are people who have known each other for a while, like they've been in school for
Yeah,
a
they're
little bit.
classmates.
Which, like in Hunger Games, like
Yeah.
they're strangers. So
They're
there's not really
random
any
people.
emotional weight to them killing each other.
And it's very easy to just be like, oh, that's the bad guy with a harpoon. Whereas it's like, this is like, oh, they did kind of have a nice conversation on the bus. But
Yeah.
now
yeah, like
they're
the
not
last
gonna
time
Or
I
like they've
talked to
known
him, I
them-
helped him with his math
Right.
homework or
Yeah.
something.
That
Yeah.
stuff is really good.
Or like knowing, oh, this, like there were two girls where it's like, oh, they're so different, but they grew up together. And, you know, it's fun to see that stuff.
Yeah.
crazy that they're 15.
I know.
Like,
I
why-
kept forgetting that they were so
Yeah.
young, because I agree with your point too, Mac. Like I think in a book, maybe it's different for me, because as more of a more visual person, when I see like a movie or a show where there's violence against children or animal, it hurts me. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But I think with the book, because it's just words on a page, there's more of a,
That's interesting.
I'm further away from it than
I'm
if
the
I'm like
complete
watching
opposite.
it happen.
Like with a book,
Yeah.
any violence in a book is like so much more visceral for me than
Oh,
it is seeing it on the
interesting.
screen.
Really, yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
I have to imagine
You're
the
visualizing it,
the
yeah.
stabbing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just got to a point where I was just like bummed out. I was like, man.
Yeah.
And I like understand. That's not like a complaint. That is
No,
the
it's that's what
book.
the book is.
you wouldn't
but
ban
it's
this
tough.
book in Japan because it was
No, I would.
about
I
kids?
would.
You would do
I'd ban
that?
it in the
because
world.
I'm a
Yeah.
I'm a lunatic.
But also to Hunger Games point too, like we do get more. I didn't read the books, but I saw the movies,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we get more history of the world and like the government and why we're here.
Yeah, there's more of a
So-
fleshed out reason of like why this game is
Right.
happening. There's more of a history of this game,
Yeah.
and yeah. I think it's crazy that this book has the like zones you can't go in with the
Yeah.
timing because like that seems
That's
like
video game stuff.
It makes
right
it
there.
harder.
well,
yeah,
and, no,
true.
but like Hunger Games has that, and like
Do
I
they?
think
I don't remember.
It does.
It has like it's a, but it's
Interesting.
like a clock.
So she never read the
I'm saying like I'm
book.
like
Come
there's no way you
on.
come up with the zone
Yeah,
idea
honestly.
independently.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy, but
Yeah, I think in the Hunger Games, each of the arenas has a gimmick, but in this, it's just like the zones.
or yeah,
but, like,
each
that's the
zone like
gimmick.
what's the
Yeah.
desert zone and the
Well,
but
when
this one
I
is like an
like-
island where people have
Yeah.
lived. Like, we didn't
Which I
really
like
talk
that.
about that, which
I
I thought
like
was cool. There's
that.
like stuff there, and the government's like,
Right.
you're on vacation for 2 weeks or whatever.
Well, it's fun that again to that point of like you're all coming in this as the same footing. Some of you are going to have a leg up with a machine gun or a bulletproof vest or a tracker. Like there were some cool things that I was like, that's a really cool. Like the
Tracker's
tracker
randomized,
was
yeah.
really cool.
Tracker's overpowered.
But it's like, Shinji went to the farm and found a computer or wherever he
Yeah,
went
yeah,
and
yeah.
found wires and like that stuff I thought, or there's a
stuff around,
hospital
yeah.
and Shogo like healed Noriko. And
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool that it's like, it's a town where there's just, it's an abandoned
There's
town.
stuff
Yeah.
you can use. It's
Yeah,
not the
there's
highly,
fuel
like,
and
'cause, like,
there's-
in Hunger
abandoned.
Games.
A well.
They
It's really,
get cars
Right.
to start working. There's a
Yeah.
car chase. Like,
yeah. Or like the well where it's like, oh, we can have drinking water,
Yeah.
you know, little things
because
like
I
that.
forgot that it was like an island, like that people like just moved out of yesterday. So I was like, how are they going to eat? And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh right, they just
There's
go to like
food
the
in the
store.
fridge.
There's like,
Yeah,
there's a chicken running
the
around.
fridges
Or
are still
like-
on. I really like when that girl tries to call her mom, and he's like, hello.
Oh, yeah.
and then.
It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
lady?
I told you the phones wouldn't work, the little lady.
I
And then he hangs
know.
up the phone. And then
He
there's like
call-
somebody in
yes.
the house with her, and then he calls the phone again. And he's like, "You should turn your phone off so when I do this, people don't hear it."
Right.
I was like, "That's good."
And then
That's
she
pretty funny.
That's
dies.
good
Like,
stuff. Yeah, and then
but
she
that
dies.
there is humor in that too.
Yeah.
Like Sakamochi is evil, but he's like it to him, to these elites or the officials. It's fun and games to them.
Yeah.
It's really fucked
Yeah,
up.
there's like a scene where he's like calling his boss or
Yeah,
whatever, and he's like,
right.
"I'm so busy." He's like,
Yeah,
"I have so
right.
much
Oh
to
yeah,
do."
he loves. He's
Right.
like the phone keeps ringing.
Right. And they're like betting on the
Yeah,
kids and stuff.
Because like in Hunger Games, it is a little more dispassionate,
yeah.
like the Capitol and all those people.
Mhm.
But like it's this one guy loves
He
his
loves
job.
it, man.
Every
He
time
loves
he's
it.
like, "Time to announce the dead kids."
Right.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he is
Right.
comically evil. So it's fun when he gets like shot in the head on a boat later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One of the reasons that they can't escape is because there's like a guard ship.
Well,
Uh,
also
in
the,
the boat- and
collars
the collars
too.
just explode.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I guess we'll talk about it when we actually get there, but I don't recall how he gets the collars off of them.
So at the way end, that's Sakamochi is talking to Shogo across the table. He's like holding a gun across the table to him. And he's like, huh, it's interesting that you shot them. It seemed like you were working together. And he's like grilling him on that. And Shogo's, keeping tight lips about it. But then he's like, oh, we got a report that there was a hacking into our government system, and they left no trace basically. But we have a second save file or whatever, and we went into that and extrapolated data or whatever. So it looks like Shogo hacked into the government system and figured out that the callers, they have like
Oh no, that was Shinji who did that.
No.
but
This
this
is
is
at the end.
Shogo, yeah.
Shogo was also
Shogo,
hacked?
Very
he
end.
hacked
He hacked
pre-game.
before the game.
Oh boy.
And he figured out that it's like a
So
transmitter wire that if
Yeah.
you like with a radio, which when they drove the car,
Right,
they had a
they had a
radio in
radio.
there
Mhm.
that he could just mess with it with that.
He's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy. He thought a lot ahead of time about this game.
yeah.
Even though it was random, he was like, just in case.
Yeah, or
I
maybe
get
like
chosen again.
maybe he just wanted to figure out how to get rid of it entirely, even if he wasn't in the game. But you could be right. Maybe he was trying to get back in the game.
just
But
thought-
it's so random. How would he know which school would,
Yeah.
unless when he hacked in, he saw the next school that would be
Oh,
picked.
when he's
Yeah,
like,
true.
I want to
just-
get
really don't
transferred
know
to this
why. I
school.
They
really
didn't
thought
really
that was the
explain
case, but-
that.
I think
yeah.
some of it is just like the plot needs to happen.
Yeah,
So like
right.
this
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
is just how it is, and it's
Yeah.
like a fun twist, you know?
Yeah.
Something I did like going back to more the first third of the book was Shinji, who is like the hacker and the star basketball
The
kid,
third man.
the third man, which I loved.
So,
I
yeah, they
loved
called
the
him the third man
nicknames.
'cause
I
he's
loved
like-
it.
The guy, he's like the mysterious third guy who always
Yeah.
hangs out in this group.
And he like is great at basketball.
Because in basketball, it's the sixth man is the audience. Like that's what
oh,
they say.
sure.
See, I don't know.
Well, and
sports.
like, yeah, then there's like all the bully kids have their dynamic, and they
Right,
all go to
right.
the guy to be like, "You'll protect us, right?" And he's like,
he doesn't.
"No," he
He
shoots him in your
Right,
head.
Well, he's
Which-
Two Face. He flips a coin.
yeah,
And he's like, it landed heads, so it means I'll participate. Bah, 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 bah.
right.
And he just starts mowing everybody down, except for that gay guy.
Which is cool.
Except for
Well,
the gay
but
guy.
that's he
Oh my God, woke.
said, "Oh, I'm not going to the hill because
true.
I have a suspicion."
Yeah.
So he ends up stalking him and then gets his head blown off by a
Yeah.
forbidden zone.
Which had to, the timing on that, I was
That-
like,
I was like,
how did that work?
How did he
not get his head
leave
blown
the
up?
porta potty or whatever he
Because
was in?
he goes into the bathroom and then he opens the curtain and he just like sees him right there, and then his
Right.
head explodes, and I'm like, the forbidden zone ends
no,
at the edge of the bathroom.
he wasn't in the bathroom. He hung his water bottle
But he
up.
went into the bathroom.
Well, he went
it doesn't say
in,
how he got
but
out.
it doesn't say how he got out. So
Right.
he got out.
right,
and
but he sees him just outside the window of the bathroom. But his head doesn't explode. Show's head explodes.
Well, because
Yeah, 'cause
they're
they were
like right
across the
on
line.
the
Yeah,
line.
they're just on the other
so
side
when
of the
he left
line.
the
They're good at these
bathroom, he
maps.
just
I know.
got out of the. I
He's
know
smart.
the map
He's
thing is
so
cool.
smart.
guys, man.
He's so
I
smart.
could never. I take it all back. I would definitely get my head exploded.
But I do like Shinji talking about his uncle, who was like a kind of revolutionary
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, who
And
disappeared?
I had an idea maybe he was like, and this is just me thinking, not that it was ever in the book, but that maybe he was a part of the games when he was younger or something.
Oh,
Because he
maybe.
taught him all this cool stuff and he was like, oh, I got this earring from a friend, an old friend. Like, maybe he was in the games
His
when
old
he was
revolutionary buddies, and they
young.
reach out to him again, but it's really the government, and then they nab him.
right, right.
Wasn't there something else about the uncle where like he's about to do something awful, and then he thinks about this long story with his uncle, and it had like a lesson at the end. He's like, and then I will kill him because I didn't like
Well,
when
no,
he like.
Shinji wants
What
to.
was it?
Shinji wants to kill Yukata? His friend.
Sakamochi.
No.
Oh,
Shinji's friend.
Yutaka, I
because
think.
he like gets him all pissed off or whatever, and then Shinji's like gonna explode and like hurt him or something, and then he has this thought about like his uncle, and he's like,
Yeah.
no, I won't do that. And then he's like, because okay, so the other team of dudes who try to do stuff is this hacker.
I mean,
and
they're not.
their
They're
friend.
a duo. They're
Yeah,
not
they're
a
a duo.
team. Yeah,
They're a
in
dynamic
lot of
duo.
teams,
They're a regular
yeah.
Batman and Robin.
Right.
He finds a MacBook. It's
Yeah.
not.
a
It's name checked.
Macintosh
Whatever it is.
thing,
Yeah.
He finds a computer and he's like, I've managed to hack into the government, which, whatever. Sure.
Which,
Through like,
yeah,
through like
it's
the
cool.
telephone number. He's like, I have a dummy
Right.
telephone number on my phone that I
Mhm.
use for fun, and so I can hack into the.
But he
government.
realizes.
Or he can
that,
get
like,
past their like blockages
yeah,
or whatever.
They're blockaging.
Or blockaging singles
He
signals.
blockaging singles. He gets his hack stops because they realize that
They
the
can hear
callers
them.
Can hear them.
Right.
And so then they start writing stuff down, and they're like, "What's our plan?" And they're, "Can somebody reiterate this plan to me? What is their plan with the gas with the bomb?"
I
I'm
think
confused.
Yo, go for it. You've read this
So,
book before.
the school is a forbidden
Right, you
zone
can't go in.
since
Mhm.
the after they all leave. And I think they're like, if we blow up the like data center that's in the school zone, then everybody's collars will be
Right, turn
released
off.
so we can all escape. So, but we can't get close to the school forbidden zone. So how are we going to get close to there? Let's basically fly this bomb to the
Yes,
school and
okay.
just blow the bomb
Yeah.
up
I
or
think
blow the school
because I
up.
think he had done part of his hacking, like step 1,
Yeah.
where like if they reloaded like a backup, it would like fuck everything up, and so they
Yeah.
needed to do something that would force them to want to reload, which I think was blow up
Right.
the school, something
Right.
like that, something like that.
So that like they wouldn't have control over blocking the
Yeah,
signals or
I
whatever.
see, I see.
Blockaging the singles.
but that, but it doesn't work.
It doesn't work
No,
because if
'cause
you're
they
standing right next to a bomb and
die.
somebody with a gun shoots the bomb, you're gonna explode.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Kazuo Kiriyama shoots the bomb,
Yeah,
and
that evil son of
They
a
both
bitch.
explode.
they
Right?
both explode. But Shinji like lives for a little bit, and he's crawling away, and they get shot in the head, which
Yeah.
you hate to see it.
Although I
folks.
like
I
their
hate to see
relationship
it.
before, where
Yeah.
the other guy, he's like, "You're so cool. Why do you keep me
Right.
around?" It's like, "Cause you're my friend."
Yeah,
And
and you
then they
do
blow
stuff
up.
that I can't do. Like
Yeah.
you're funny and I'm not
You
that
ask me
funny.
questions.
And then one of their
Yeah.
friend, like other like crew, shows up, and Shinji just kills
Right.
that guy, and he's like, "No, it can only be us two." And
Well,
he's like,
because
"I
the
don't understand."
backstory is that guy betrayed him.
Yeah, by not helping him fight some dudes and get a comic book.
Well,
Oh yeah,
because
this is that story. I thought this story
Yes.
was crazy.
So they're going to the bus and he's like, "Oh, I forgot this comic book. I'm going to go get it." And then these guys start beating him up and he saw him come and see, "Oh, these guys are beating him up." And instead of like getting help or helping him, he goes back to the comic book store
Pretended he
Yeah,
didn't
real
and
see.
shit.
pretended he didn't say, and that's not what friends do.
Do you
If
think-
either of you are being beaten up,
You'd step in.
I would step
Because
in.
if you didn't, I would shoot you point blank in the chest with a handgun
Yeah.
on an island.
On
Shinji-
an island
Shinji
where we're
was like,
stuck
I hope
killing
I get in
each
the
other.
game so I
I
can
have
shoot
to.
this asshole
Right.
in the
After
head.
I
Or
was
he
like,
just
damn.
didn't trust him. Like that's the whole thing about trust. It's like even just one line of like, he did this to me before. I can't trust him again. And in this
high stakes
in this
situation.
high stakes, yeah.
That's true. God,
You know?
imagine. I can't believe Noriko gets a boomerang. That is such a shame. What
They-
the hell was the
they
plan?
like
What was she gonna do with
never
that?
they
You know what I mean?
never use it. Do they ever use it? I don't even
No, I don't
remember.
think
They
so.
never use it.
I
Because it
thought they're
wouldn't- I don't-
setting up.
I don't think it would do
They're
anything.
setting up. He's a star shortstop, though. I was like, surely
Yeah,
he will
you're
throw the
right.
boomerang at somebody. No,
God, I didn't even think
Boomerang
about
doesn't-
that.
doesn't come up.
I forgot about the boomerang after that even
Well,
was
I
explained.
remembered.
They-
I was like, what?
They don't
That's
call it
true.
Chekhov's boomerang.
They don't call it.
But then they
Chekhov's
got
boomerang.
like 10 guns
Yeah, it's
over the
fine.
course of
At a certain
their
point, it doesn't matter because they just
Yeah.
keep stumbling across
and
dead children.
unlimited
taking their
Yeah.
unlimited
guns.
bullets and it's
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, the ammo seems like it's going to be a really important thing up top, and then they'll just like turn a corner and be like, "Oh, there's 900 bullets on the ground. Here. Let's take those bullets," and they all work in each of their guns. Something.
Well, just at the end with their 3 guns, he's like, "Oh, because it's the same sort of thing, we can also
Yeah.
use these
All
bullets."
right, all right.
I don't know how the machine gun had as many
Infinite
bullets.
ammo.
That was infinite. That made no sense.
I mean,
The-
this is Fortnite, so
Some of the translation stuff, like there's one part I don't remember who, but do you remember when like the two girl students are like shooting at each other and taking cover?
Yeah.
There's like weird it has, unless Koshoun Takami has no idea how guns work. There has to be weird translation stuff like this that is happening throughout, where it's like one of them is described as not being good with the gun because the shells are flying out of the gun, but the other person, the shells are not flying out of the gun. And it's like, no, that's how guns work, is like
Right.
they fly out.
unless maybe she wasn't shooting, like maybe she thought she was shooting it. I don't know.
I didn't even think of
Oh,
that. She was like,
yeah.
I didn't think
Oh.
about that either.
I
just, like,
didn't
dry
until you
firing?
said that.
Well, but
yeah.
also like you would,
or she's
what did
catching,
you-
they're shooting up and
like
she's
I know
catching
you're
them.
15, but you would hear that there's nothing coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's stuff like that, like I screenshotted some funny
There's some
things I'd
some
like to
funny
read.
like
Yeah.
tonal whiplash quotes, which
Yeah.
like I think initially I was like, oh my god, but then when you realize like okay, it's 15 and they're 15 and some of it's supposed to be
Yeah.
funny,
Yeah.
but some of it is still like, oh my god, I saw her thighs.
Like, listen to this. Takako held her blood-soaked right leg as she looked down at the corpse of Kazushi, who resembled a traveling magician attempting to spit out an ice pick from his throat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I shall spit out what I just swallowed.
I
Like,
don't remember
that
that.
stuff is all over
it's like
the book.
it's
Maybe
funny.
I have a different
Maybe
version.
you do have the new
Yeah.
translation.
I don't think so though, because I would have gotten this Well, actually, you know what? I would have gotten this book from that guy in 2013 or 2014.
Maybe it was
So
a new one.
maybe- Maybe
Does
it
it say
was.
remastered on it?
No, I
Maybe it
sent
is
you
this
the
one.
picture
Yeah,
of my
it
cover.
looked-
I think it's the same one.
I think it was
Maybe
the same
I just
one.
I do remember when it's like he has that ice pick in his throat. I just don't remember it being that insane how it's described.
yeah, there's like random stuff like that.
Yeah.
This isn't like that, but I thought this was funny. Shuya's like going through a bag. He says he knew he wasn't supposed to go through a girl's things, but Noriko
yeah.
didn't pack this bag.
Right. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's like, okay.
It's polite. You never go through a
It's
woman's
very
bag.
You never.
In this scenario, I'm going through a woman's
It's not
bag,
her
you know what I
bag.
mean? No,
It's
she didn't pack it.
government.
Yeah, it's government
You
bag.
know, government.
Kazuo nudged Ryuhei Sasagawa's body with the tip of his plain, but nice, straight tip leather shoe.
bag. Oh yeah. Well, because he's a rich boy.
Uh-huh.
They're making fun of the gay kid. I'm not going to read that
Yeah,
quote.
we don't need to read that.
Sorry.
Oh, they're talking about, did you have a crush on anyone in our class? Wow, this was exactly the kind of topic you discussed at night when you're on a study trip.
Oh yeah.
After going through the rituals of playing cards, pillow fighting, and checking out the inn late at night, you could bitch about your teachers or talk about the future, but none of those were in the same league as this topic. It was the holy topic.
It
Well,
was.
yeah, they were like two girls sitting, and
I
You
just thought
know,
the pillow
they're-
fighting was funny. The ritual
Well,
of pillow fighting.
you've never been to a
I guess
slumber
that's
party, have
true.
you, Danilo?
No, not a teenage
I don't think
girl
I've
slumber
ever
party.
pillow fought. I just
No?
being
Wow.
someone who was a teenage girl.
You were?
I was at one point.
Lucky.
You know all about this.
Yeah, pillow fights, talking about crushes.
What about this? Anyway, Kazuo looked back at Mitsuru. Then, as if he were following a musical score that had suddenly switched to Allegro, he began speaking rapidly, as if it were beyond his control. I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, at a certain point, it's just like, yeah, it's just
It's like
insane.
it's like dark humor.
It's like written
Yeah.
like an insane person. But I mean, some of it works. Like I think an example of it being too much for me is the magician thing because it's also disgusting. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
I don't, for some reason, don't
Yeah.
remember it like that. That's why, I don't know, maybe I had a different.
I couldn't find the exact quote, the one that
She was really enjoying this. She was sure about it. So what? She never claimed to be Pope John Paul II or the 13th Dalai Lama.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember that one. I do remember that one.
You know what was, there was a lot of humor in the chapter with the girl who's like RPG like
Oh, gamer.
gamer.
yeah.
And she's like, what do you want me to do, Lord? Which she references Ahura Mazda, which I don't know if you guys know who that is. So he's the god of light, which is like a Zoroastrian.
Zoroastrianism.
Yes, exactly. And when I
That's where
read
the Mazda
that,
car brand comes
yes, exactly.
actually?
Yep, Mazda. That's a like Persian
Oh, wow.
name. Yeah. So I was like, holy shit! I don't remember this the first time I
Wait,
read
why
it.
does she do that? Is that a reference? I mean, obviously it's a real life
It's like
reference,
a
but is it like to a game
fantasy-
she's playing or like
I
a
don't
book
know.
she
It's
was
like a
reading?
fantasy thing. So I took it as like maybe like a D&D
Yeah.
type of thing because she was like, I am the warrior princess
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever, and I will, kill Kozuo for you, Ahura Mazda.
That's hardcore.
But
I don't
yeah,
think, I don't think
thought
we've
it was
talked about
interesting.
how
And she
every-
dies basically. But sorry,
Oh,
this
yeah, go ahead, go
chapter is 3 pages. She
Yeah.
dies like instantly. But so that was funny.
we I don't think we've talked about yet how every girl in the class has a crush on Shuya.
Well, and he didn't even realize
He
how
didn't
many
even
girls.
He didn't even know
realize.
because he's so humble.
He was too distracted by the older girl that he liked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Out.
Yuki? Is that right?
No,
it's not Yuki.
it starts with a K.
I don't remember.
There's I highlighted this whole thing. I won't read the whole thing, but like they're camping out that little trio and Noriko is like, so you're boiling rice, and they're like doing stuff, and he like boils some rice, and Noriko looks at him and is like, you're so good at everything.
Oh,
Oh,
I
they're
just thought it was funny.
I mean,
in love.
they're 15.
Yeah, I know.
The bar is low, by the way.
True. Men, the
Like-
bar is low.
Like, you should know how to cook rice.
Yeah, come on. You can do anything, lady.
Right,
Come
lady.
on.
But
Lady,
he plays the guitar.
He buried an axe in some guy's head. Yeah, he could do
and they're
anything.
doing
I mean, he
they're doing the
fell on the
I didn't
ground.
understand. How do you fall off and end with you burying an axe into somebody's head?
Well,
That
it's
was
like
unclear.
they're dueling on a mountain and then they fall together. And he's like, because he was holding the axe like away from him, I
Right.
think. And I don't know, I guess they
He
tumbled
got-
and
he got it in his head.
it got pushed
I
into
think
his
that
skull.
was it. The description of him trying to get the axe out of his
I
head, I was like,
know.
all right.
Oh yeah, that
Or
was, that was
when
pretty brutal.
when
I'm done.
Mizuko, or I always Mizuki, the evil girl, she is
Oh.
hitting the guy with the baseball
Oh
bat.
my-
That
oh,
was
yeah.
tough. That
God.
was tough for me.
It's a pretty gory book.
It's a thriller.
It's a pretty
It
gory
is.
book.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see. I would be very interested in reading the manga.
Yeah, me too. I
Because
didn't know that was out.
I am. It has to be like they said that part of the reason that they wrote the manga was to make it like a more diverse cast. And so I wonder, like, what the hell does that mean? You know, like, are there
Yeah.
adults in the game,
Oh,
like, too?
yeah.
Because all I know about the manga is that there are some panels with boobs, and if
Okay.
I looked up
Happy
the-
Pride.
I looked up
everyone.
I was like, oh, Battle Royale manga, and the first image was like a girl with her boobs out, and I was like, okay. And then I read the book.
You thought I gotta order this now.
Yeah, they're out of stock. They're out of stock. My hands are all sticky. I can't press the buy button.
Gross.
But then I was like, I read the book, and I was like, they're all 15.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope that's not
I
a
hope they're
15-year-old's
not.
boob.
I think
15
they're. It
anymore.
also felt like they're 15 in the way like anime protagonists.
They're not
like
for
15.
sure.
high schoolers.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
like you're 18, but like you're kind of 25.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you have to be. You sort of have to be at school to
Right.
have fun school stuff.
Right. But
So-
you're like actually 30.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's why I kept forgetting that they were 15
Mhm.
because I don't know.
They sort of act. They act older than. I wonder
For
if
sure.
some of it would work better if they were like 18. Because I
Well,
don't know if even
maybe
like
that's in the
me as a
manga.
15-year-old, I'm not like, my God, the government is supposed to serve the needs of the people.
Oh no, I was so annoying.
you were woke.
I was too.
I wasn't
woke.
woke.
I was so woke.
Yeah, that's a good.
George W. Bush.
Was, by the way, was.
Was. Keyword, capital W.
And then I
was.
read this book.
And you're like, well, we need to do this in real life.
I need to figure out how to do this.
You're like
rooting for
backwards.
Sakamochi the whole time.
Yeah.
You don't do this to have like a fascist state. You want a fascist state so that
To
this
do
happens.
this, exactly.
Because it seems like a lot of fun.
You figured me out.
It
You
does
figured
yeah,
me
you're the
out.
Sakamochi.
Yeah.
You're like, the phones are off the
The
hook.
phones, the phones. I gotta close some deals here.
Ratings are through the roof.
I got so many dead. I'm drowning in dead kids.
I mean, it would be a fun game.
I mean, if you
Not
were
like-
a crazy fascist, this was awesome.
Like,
You're a psychopath.
It's a
This is the place
really
for you.
interesting idea.
If it's not, like, if there was a way to do this, but it was like adults, and it like if the UFC put this on,
I think that's just like. I think that's just
that's
like paint.
not a bad idea.
It's like paintball, but you do it with paintball.
so everybody
like-
gets a random item, but the guns are like paintball guns. Wait,
But then the swords and
I wonder if
knives.
you
you didn't have swords.
wonder
Yeah,
if it
you
was
or
like-
fuck it, do it.
No,
Fuck,
no, no,
let
it's-
everybody die.
Or it was like
But
fencing.
it's consensual, so you have to, opt in.
It's fencing where like it is a sword, but there's like an electronic button on it.
Oh,
Jimmy Beast, if you're listening,
come on, Jimmy
next
Beast.
season of Beast games.
Yeah, please.
Beast.
Yeah, there's
get
no
in here,
there's no
Beast.
Squid Games with no battle royale. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
mean, Squid Games is really good too. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know why I like that idea and story. Like,
Yeah.
I liked Hunger Games. I didn't read the
Mhm.
books. Maybe I should, but
I mean, I think it's
Squid
objectively
Games
a very
too.
compelling idea.
I think
Yeah,
good.
it's a
But
really
also,
good
like,
idea.
why? Like it's for children. So
Yeah.
it's a why. They're
For
YA
sure.
The
books.
Hunger
For
Games.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hunger Games.
I think the first Hunger Games is more successful as a book that is saying something than this book is.
And they cut it down to one love triangle, which I think is probably the appropriate amount
Yeah.
of love
The
triangles.
max amount. Yeah.
But this book, like, if you want to see like a violent version of the Hunger Games, man, I mean, this
And you do
This is
see
right here.
it.
I mean,
You do
yeah,
see
you
it.
can watch the movie. We could do a
That'd
movie.
be fun.
I'd watch
I
the
think
movie
I
of this.
maybe
The movie is
have seen the
good.
movie.
The movie is like, it's in Japanese, and
I'm out.
yeah, you heard
Is
it
there
here
an English-
first.
Is there an English dub?
Is
You
there
heard
a
it here
poorly made
first.
English dub I can watch and
Is there an
Um,
American remake?
But it's like really, it kind of feels like an independent film. If I haven't seen
Oh,
it in
interesting.
however
Is it really
13
violent
years.
to your memory?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. There's a lot of gore, but it, and they're all like in school uniforms on this island, so it feels a little closer to like, oh, these are kids,
Yeah.
but what, like, in the book, I think when I saw the movie, it was after I had read the book. Again, this was 13,
Yeah.
14 years ago. And what I remember thinking is like, you don't really get all that story that we get in the book because,
It's only like
you know,
90
you don't
minutes or
really know
whatever.
what they're like feeling or, oh,
The
this
background of
person
each
knows this
character.
person
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of this. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you'd like it if you're
Interesting.
more into that. I like the character lore. I
Yeah.
find it
If you're into
fun.
boobs, read the manga.
I just-
Yeah.
yeah.
And we're all gonna read the manga.
We're all reading the manga. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, just as soon as I saw it said 42 students remaining, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to read a lot of these kids.
Yeah.
I was like, damn it.
And
I'm gonna
it
have to learn
takes
lot
a
about these
while to, you know,
kids.
get
They drop
down.
like flies though.
they
You know what I
do.
mean?
I mean,
Mhm.
but
I
not
was-
every single chapter.
I
though, but-
appreciated that we're killing kids pretty much off the rip.
right.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
shooting
No, they don't wait.
that guy in the,
The
head.
game
I
starts
appreciated
right
when it was
they
like in
leave.
bulk. Like you had a really big drop
Yeah.
after there was like a bomb or something.
Like when all those
Yeah.
girls died. That was
Yeah.
your favorite
I
part. to
love that part.
Yeah,
I hope that's in the movie and the manga.
I like.
with their boobs out. Danilo.
No.
You want to see a bunch of 15-year-old
said
girls
it.
with their boobs out get exploded? Is that what you just
That's
said?
what Danilo said. You heard it here. Rewind.
Rewind.
Play back the
Rewind,
tape.
clip it.
Clip it.
Clip it, post it, cancel. I like that when they're like, your teacher objected to you participating in the game.
Right.
And then they have his body in a bag and they're like, no, he's dead. And he's like, you think that's dead? And then he like fires a gun right at the
Like,
dead guy's
he's
head.
his head
already
explodes.
dead.
It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
all flip, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Because he's evil.
I thought
And,
it was,
you
I was
know,
like, oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell the teacher. I was like, can you
Right.
imagine you just show up to work the next day? What the hell? It's just Shogo in your class? He's like covered in blood still.
he's like, yeah, exactly.
He's like, you'll never guess what happened to me again.
Well, it is sad how they kind of discuss how he went, or they go to the parents and say it, and it's like, oh, this parent objected them going, so
They
they just
killed
killed
them.
them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
or the orphanage lady when Sakamochi was like, I assaulted
Yeah.
and worse this woman. It's
Yeah.
like, that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the translation. I don't know if it's the book. That reads to me like I'm supposed to think that's funny. That he
I didn't
'cause
read
the-
it that
'cause-
I didn't read it that
no,
way.
because the way he says, he literally is like, oh, what did I do to her?
Well,
And he, like,
Sakamochi
evilly-
is like evil, comically funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So to him, it's hilarious. So the way he's going to say it is like, what did I do? You know?
And that's like sort of a tone, like it's
Yeah.
probably a mix of translation
Yeah.
and like it is going for the sort of like dark comedy tone.
Yeah.
Even though like that's not funny, but like like this guy is comically
right. And he thinks it's
evil.
funny.
And he
you
thinks it's
know?
funny to like
Yeah.
And,
roll
and then later
stuff.
he's like, I can't wait to go see my wife and my kids.
Literally.
Oh,
And he's like,
shit.
she just keeps popping them out for me. I was like, it's like, oh, we got a third on the way. She'll pop them out for me. It's like, dude,
Honey, can you make sure dinner's on the table by the time I get home?
and a baby.
It's ringing off the phone. Oh, another kid is dead? Yeah, I love it.
Burger King for dinner tonight, honey.
You think they have Burger King in this
Hey, hell yeah.
greater
They
East
better.
Asia?
It's
yeah.
the most fastest fast food restaurant I can think of.
Burger King.
A king.
Clip it. Yeah.
Clip it. Fuck you, Burger King. Just kidding, Burger King, if you want to sponsor the
Should we just like talk about the very end? A little
Yeah.
twist thing
Sure,
at the
yeah.
end? I thought
Any
this was
other
very fun.
like,
I don't know if
what
there's any
I
individual parts.
wonder is, did you have like a favorite besides our main characters? You know, the other students. Did you have a favorite character or like a favorite weapon or a way someone died?
I mean, I think the reveal of the kid wearing the bulletproof vest is objectively awesome.
I thought that was. Really
I thought that
cool,
was
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Shinji is probably my favorite character, and that I get a little annoyed with like every scene with Shuya and them feels like they're just talking about the same thing over and over
Yeah.
again. Where they're like, "How are we going to do it?"
Right.
And Shogo's like, "I have a plan, but I won't tell you."
And
then
he's
they're
like,
just in
"Where's
like
Shinji?" for like
I
5
know.
chapters straight.
But then when we see Shinji, I'm like, "Oh, at
Yeah.
least there's
He's
some people
cool.
doing something here."
Yeah,
And so
right.
I think it's a cool plan. I like how it goes wrong, and I like how they rectify it. Even though I was a little confused about the balloon with the bomb. And then I think it makes sense. It is like narratively satisfying. They're like, because they're not even thinking of it. They just hear gunshots, so they don't think Kazuo is like hunting everybody.
right.
And so it's like a surprising scene where they're just like standing there, and then suddenly they're in like a gunfight, and the
Right.
bomb explodes. I thought that was fun because then I'm like, oh no, now everybody's fucked. Because I was sure that like Shuya's plan or Shogo's plan wasn't going to work, and it was going to be Shinji who got them off the island. And then I was like, oh wait, now what the fuck are they going to do?
Yeah.
But Shogo knows what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I liked any of the ones that involved like some trickery or deception. I thought
Yeah.
those were all really fun. Like the one where he's like in the zone after the wrong time, after like hanging the water
Right.
bottle on the outhouse.
I
and
thought
make
that
him
was
seem
great.
like he's
I
in
You
there.
liked when the gay character died.
Yeah. Favorite
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Pride
Clip it.
weekend here where we're at.
I
I like two things in this book.
when all the girls
When
die
all
with
the
their
girls
titties
blew
out,
up with a bomb.
and when
and when
the gay
guy was
character
tricked
died.
into dying.
Right. I really liked. I mean, again, I love the characters and like the lore behind them and the reasons why they're doing whatever. I don't know. I found that all fun, but one part now I'm remembering that I liked is the soccer girl
Oh
who
yeah.
confronts the guy and beats him up or whatever. I don't remember. But then as she's running away, Mizuki, or I always forget her name, is like shoots her down and thinks she's dead.
Yeah,
She
but she's
falls off
not.
the cliff, and Hiroki finds her, and they're
Yeah.
like, see, that's the thing, that they're like childhood friends. Like we don't get that meaning unless we see that backstory.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really beautiful. I liked
Which you don't get with Hunger Games, and I like appreciated
exactly
that.
like
Yeah.
there's more. I like those interpersonal relationships that make it so much more meaningful when you're in this high stakes game where it's like seemingly nothing matters, but at the end of the day, they've known each other almost their whole lives.
That is, I
most
think,
of
the
them.
best part about the book is that they go into the game with pre-existing relationships.
And the biggest
Yeah.
difference from Hunger Games
Yeah.
that
For
like
sure.
works differently.
I think that
Yeah.
stuff is
Yeah.
great. And plus, when that gay guy gets blown up, that
Yeah.
was pretty sweet too.
I liked when the rapey guy died.
Yeah.
That fucking
Oh, yeah.
incel, that
Mhm.
piece of shit.
Yeah, I didn't love that scene.
It was horrible. As
Yeah.
you're reading it, you're like, you're
Yeah.
fucking sick and disgusting
It's like
and
if we're all
twisted.
gonna die, might as well have sex first. Huh?
But yeah, right. But it is interesting how like yes, there are a lot of tropes, of course, and it's like, oh, he's the bad boy, she's the quiet girl, he's the soccer star or whatever. But it's like then there's deeper tropes in there too of like he's the like rapey kid.
Yeah.
And she's
Who,
like,
maybe
the
not,
traumatized girl or whatever.
and maybe would not have come up until
That-
later in life.
Exactly.
But like it comes out during this
That-
game.
which I thought is interesting. It's like those bad people that the bad parts of them came out more. And then like the good parts of the, like Shinji's
Yeah.
hacking and everything, like it comes out.
And I take it back.
You
My
know?
favorite part is when those two kids who are in love jump off and kill it.
Oh, I was gonna
Oh,
bring that up.
that-
You love that.
I
part.
love
know.
that part.
It's
That was very sad.
sweet.
Well,
It was
especially when
very
because
On,
they
sad.
jump
on the
because they
first
hear
night of the
the
game.
Yeah.
the first hour probably.
because they jump when they hear the bushes behind them move, but then
Right.
immediately we get the perspective of that person, and they're like, "I was just coming to see what's up. Like I wasn't going to kill
Yeah.
them.
No,
Like, I
but
can't believe they jumped."
that was wasn't that Mizuko or Mizuki,
No,
the
whoever
bad
finds
girl?
them is like, I wasn't going to do anything to them.
Oh.
That's why
Say
it's so
hi.
sad.
Was it the soccer girl? It was like
I don't
one of
remember.
those
I don't
two,
really remember.
but
Yeah.
it's hard with the names if you don't
Mhm.
really get
Well,
it in
and
your
they all
head.
die eventually.
And they
so
all
you're
die
like, yeah,
eventually.
Yeah.
But it's still fun.
Yeah. We should talk about the twist end.
Yes.
Sort of worked for me.
It worked for me.
Yeah. Do you want to explain it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally forgot about the ending. That's why I recommended reading this book, because I
Mhm.
wanted to read it again myself. And so the twist ending is, so Shogo, Shuya, and Noriko are in a minivan or a truck. They're in the truck that's
Mhm.
like driving around. They're in a car chase with Kazuo in the minivan. He's
Yeah.
in the minivan.
And they're the four left, right?
They're
Yeah,
the
like right
last
at the
four,
end. Yeah,
ri-
yeah.
right at the end. And they're running around and whatever. And Kazuo flies off a cliff, and then
Whoops.
they shoot him in the head or
Mhm.
whatever, right? He dies.
Yeah.
And then Shogo's like, we gotta go. And they start kind of going up the mountain, and and we find out more about why he brought them to that place. But he is like, oh, Noriko, like, let me see your gun,
Mhm.
So he like takes their weapons away, and then he twists on them, and he's like, it's crazy that you even trusted me. And they're like, what are you talking? Like, so I can't believe, what do you mean? And he's like, I can't believe you trusted me. I'm going to kill you. And she's like, but what about that girl you were in love with. And he's like, I can't believe you'd believe me. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
really good performance because it got me too, because I
Yeah.
forgot how it ended. And so what we hear is he shoots 2 shots and then the game is over and the game's announced that he's over. So he follows the rules and goes back to the school. But then, you know, we cut to the next chapter where they're on the ship getting away.
Wait, sorry, one thing.
Yeah.
In the next chapter break, I don't remember. Does it say 1 student remaining?
No, it just says, I think it says game. It's like end of game, 1 student winner or something like
Yeah.
that.
'Cause
Like
then
we
at the
have a
very
winner.
end, it says 2 students remaining, I think.
Well, but
'Cause
that's
what I know.
like
Sorry, I'm getting
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
post-
Sorry.
no,
sorry.
no, yeah. But it's like game over winner,
Yeah.
1 person winner or whatever. And then they're on the ship that gets them away where all of the soldiers went on to. Sakamochi's there and he goes to see Shogo and he's like, talks about what we talked about before where it's like,
Twice in a row, huh?
yeah. And he's like,
Crazy.
You're a cool guy.
Right.
Huh?
He's like, I lost a lot of money on you, kid. Like, you know, you owe me one. So, but he questions him and grills him about like, oh, you said that you were working together and this and that. And then it took Noriko 54 seconds to die and Shuya 1 minute and 23 seconds or something like that. So it's like, why would it take them so long to die if you shot them like right in the head or however?
Good question,
And
Sakamochi.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you get
He's
shot
good
in the
at-
stomach, it
Hey,
takes
he's
a
good
while.
at his job.
Yeah.
He's good at his job. So he
He
figures
knows how
out.
fast kids are supposed to die.
Right. I mean, he's gone through a lot of these games.
I know, yeah.
He's an
you
old hand
know?
at this.
Yeah.
They're doing it for research, so they
Right.
know these things.
Right. How long it takes to die after getting shot in the head.
Yeah.
But we basically discover that then we start hearing gunshots outside of the room they're in. Sakamochi has a gun pointed at Shogo, but Shogo like grabs it and turns it toward
so
him.
cool.
And then Shuya and Noriko come through, or I think he shoots him first and then they
Yeah.
come through and they're like, are we too late? We heard shots. And we're like, oh my God, they're alive.
alive.
He saved them
This
because
was the
of
plan
the
the whole time.
transmitter radio thing
Yeah.
that cut their collars off.
And the fact that it's audio only,
Right. It's
so they
audio
could like
only.
make it seem like
Yeah, that they
they're-
died,
that
right.
they did get tricked.
Oh, and Sakamochi's also like, well, even if you did let them escape and they're hiding on the island now, we released poisonous gas and
You're like, okay.
everything will be dead by the time we get there. And he's like, well, that was a waste of tax money, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's right. He
Yeah,
says
right.
that.
Um,
And that's the real crime.
that's
here.
the real crime.
This is a waste of government
Exactly.
resources.
So then he kills him, and then Shuya, Noriko, and Shogo go up to the captain's room, and they're like rerouting the ship or whatever. They're trying to trick the people
They're
on the other
escaping to
end.
the
They're
mainland, and
escaping.
They're gonna be on the run.
Exactly. And then Shogo's like, oh, wait, Shuya, before you go take a shower and, you know, clean all the blood and sweat off your body, let me show you how to steer the ship. And Shuya's like, why would he need to teach me this right now? Like, aren't we all leaving together? And then we find Shogo, after teaching him, perfect timing, drops down and is dying from
He has
bleeding.
a whole bullet hole
from
I think,
a-
in his back or some sort of back wound.
I thought, was it the back or the neck? I thought
I
he
don't
like
remember.
got cut in the neck
Kazuo
or
shot
something.
him.
Kazuo shot him, and he, I guess, was just holding on to dear life until this moment.
Yeah.
So then Noriko and Shuya escape. We kind of don't see how they get off the boat or all that, because that the end is that they're steering somewhere. And then there's the epilogue where we see them, you know,
At
in
like a subway stop,
disguises.
yeah.
Yeah, like in a baseball hat and stuff, trying to get
Groucho Marx
trained.
glasses, big
Exactly.
mustache.
That's how it was
A
described.
15-year-old wouldn't have a big mustache.
Oh, well, and they also like go to this doctor that Shogo is like, go see this doctor. And he's like, Shogo's father was an amazing man and helped me. I wouldn't be here without him. So like, let me help you and I'll give you all the cash Shogo had hidden away for basically this moment. And so then they heal and they leave and they go to buy tickets at the train station. Shuya sees a police officer recognize them because they're being broadcast. It's like there are 2 students that got it that escaped.
Yep.
And then they, you know, shortstop. He runs away. They run away, and
He runs from second
Oh,
to third.
and it was very funny how he's like, we're running away, and the police officer runs into a fat woman who knocks him down, I guess. So
You're like, okay.
it's like, oh, okay. And they escape, and we don't know where they go, but baby, they were born to run.
They were born to run.
Down.
Tramps like us.
Yeah. Which, it's like, I'm not a huge Bruce Springsteen fan, but I do understand
You hate everything
the
he stands
power
for.
of music.
The fact that he's from New Jersey.
Hey, I canceled you. Don't cancel me. No, but just like the power of music. I thought that was a beautiful thing when I said at more than one point where Shuya's like, the power of these words. Like Noriko is saying these beautiful things, and he's like, wow, it's just like, the power of a lyric or words to help you keep going on.
Yeah.
I thought that was
And
fun.
they were born. In the end, they were born to run.
And now they're running. Yeah, because now
They're
they're
going to
on
America.
the run.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll meet
Seemingly,
Bruce Springsteen.
maybe they'll meet Bruce.
And it's-
Maybe
and
Shuya will
it's-
play backup guitar in his.
It's weird. I don't know if it was in your guys' copy, but I
What?
have another chapter here.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Another
What?
chapter. Yeah.
Okay.
bonus chapter.
I don't know why, but there was a bonus chapter.
Bonus.
Can I read it? Should I read
Oh, yeah,
it?
you definitely
Please,
should read it.
Please.
The forest moved in front of him like the waves coming from a rock and roll amplifier. Leonardo, turtle, class teenage mutant, moved swiftly through the brush. It was like he was back in the sewer, eating pizza with Master Splinter, rat. He didn't know what was going on. How could people really be playing this game? He had expected this study trip to be like any other, full of teenage horniness and jerking off his turtle penis in the bathroom. That would have been awesome. His life was supposed to be awesome. He heard movement. There was something moving around, creating movement. It was as if something was moving. That could mean one thing. Leonardo wasn't alone. The zone next to his, 8H, was a forbidden zone. They were unable to fit a collar around his thick turtle neck. So instead, if he entered a forbidden zone, he would be forced to remove his shell and ride around on it like a skateboard until he died of starvation. He loved to eat, so that would be a big problem. In other words, it would be an issue. Suddenly, Kazuo appeared. Kazuo is the bad guy, and he has a gun and a bulletproof vest now. He raised his submachine gun at Leonardo. Leonardo did not know what to do. Kazuo, please, Leonardo began to say. Save it, Kazuo said. I'm going to kill you with this gun now. Leonardo was going to die and see Turtle Peter at the Turtle Gates in Turtle Heaven. In other words, Leonardo was going to stop breathing. Then, before you could even say, who is that jumping in to save me, Raphael, Turtle, sexy teenage mutant, jumped out and killed Kazuo. Wow, thanks, Raphael, said Leonardo. Raphael raised his size and plunged them deep into Leonardo's eyes, killing him. 3 turtles remaining. Isn't that crazy? You guys
I
didn't get that
missed
chapter?
that.
That's
I missed that
crazy.
You guys didn't
part.
get
I
that
wish I got
chapter?
that.
They
Also,
ran out of people and started using turtles.
Yeah,
They
right.
did. They did.
Now that you say that too, I don't even think Kazuo speaks besides that first part. Does he ever speak
I guess
again?
in this chapter must be the
But
only
I'm
other time
The
saying-
he
only line
talks.
must be, I'm
I'm
going to
saying
kill you
this
now,
is it.
turtle, or whatever.
I
Right.
think you're right. Well, it doesn't say whatever.
But who knows? I thought
pretty
it
good
was
section.
I
Good-
thought it
good
was
chapter.
beautiful. Yeah.
I don't know.
I really liked the part where he thought he would be jerking off.
Yeah, jerking off his turtle penis.
that
That's what teenagers do. I was
I
a teenage boy.
I always hope
I
that's
wasn't.
what's
I
going to
was,
happen on
yeah.
school
Yeah.
trips.
Yeah.
That's the main focus on school trips for boys.
is jerking off together.
Yep.
Or
Together.
or separately.
Together
Or
and each
separately.
other. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Happy Pride.
You can either do that or explode in an outhouse or whatever.
In an outhouse. You're really stuck on that gay character, Danilo.
It's not. It's because it's whatever.
Let's see what else I have here. What
Hold
el-
on.
what
I
else
thought I.
Oh, did you find something else too?
No, I have some. I'm pretty sure I prepped some. We like to read 1-star Goodreads reviews
Oh,
for the
yeah.
books that we think
Yeah.
are funny.
Oh, wait. Can we say what our rankings are? Do you do that?
No, but we can.
I mean,
like rating the book.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we used to do
Out of
that,
5
and if we
stars.
forgot, and now we don't.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
we
let's
can.
bring it back.
Yeah.
If we're doing a 1-star thing,
You can
I
rate it. Oh, part of it is we sort of rate it with whatever rating system we want. So whatever you want
Okay.
to say.
Yeah.
5 machine guns.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought it was
Nice.
great.
Oh,
I mean, I
nice.
really like this book. I don't know. I really like it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I would give it 2 dead children out of 42 dead children.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty small.
I'll give it 3 Bruce Springsteen albums.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. This one is insane. This is by Ernest. One
From the
star.
movie?
Yeah. Ernest goes to Battle Royale.
I mean, maybe no. A brilliant psychological study of a descent into paranoia and death. I didn't enjoy it as a story, but as a work of significance, as a literary study, it is of a very high class.
Wow, 1 star?
Wow.
And
Yeah,
1 star.
1 star.
Okay, lunatic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Ernest.
It's Ernest.
1 star. A bunch of 9th graders, but they can run from one side to the other of an island, know how to use guns, all kinds of guns, and know how to drive a truck, a ship in the ocean. I mean, come on, be realistic.
Oh, come on, man.
This
Shut up.
this is just a collection of all kinds of killing scenes in Japanese anime added together without any logic. Period.
No logic. I mean,
Well, the game is the logic.
I knew how to
They're
drive a car when I was 15.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
And they don't all know how to use the guns, but whatever. I'm not arguing with this
We can.
loser. Yeah.
Every 1 star. Every 3 pages, I invest in a new character, and then the died
Oh, that's the one I. That's the review I left.
That's your review. Yeah, exactly.
was still introduced to new characters 490 plus pages in. They seem to be in love when it's only a crush with someone they spoke to once. This book was too long.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Have you
damn.
never been young love?
They want it
feels
to be
so
true.
heavy.
They want it to
Love
be
bullets.
true love,
Right.
Not just a crush. Come on.
Hey, I think 2 people committing suicide together.
That's young love.
That's young love.
That
That's
is
true
young.
young love.
Okay, here's the setup is island isolation of grade school class by a Japanese big brother, which had me hoping for some sort of anarchist Lord of the Flies, but it's just cheap thrills. The sprawling cast of papery characters is manufactured to maximize body count. There are enough descriptions of rising schoolgirl miniskirt hemlines and prepubescent legs underneath to power the pitter-patter of those new to hormones and into heteronorms, written for, by, and about 15-year-old boys.
Dang.
Damn.
I mean,
Brutal.
Damn.
I do agree with the, like, but that's, men are trash. And this was written in what, the 90s? So,
Yeah.
It was a different time. Clinton was
like,
president.
Clinton was president.
Yeah, and he was
I
really
don't
thinking
know.
about that when he wrote this
Right.
book
In Japan. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I have to respond to the Monica
Yeah.
Lewinsky scandal.
Right.
And this is what he wrote.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And this
American
one-
imperialist.
This is simply by brother. The
Oh.
user is brother. 1 star. In a book where people die left and right, the 2 most horrible mutilations are of the written word and storytelling.
Oh!
Dang.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad.
No.
I don't think it's that bad. I can see your opinions of it too, but like, I really liked it. I can agree that it's not the best book
fun.
ever, but
Yeah.
it's fun. I don't think it's
It's not-
horrible.
no, it's
No,
not
I don't
hard.
think it's
No, no,
terrible.
I mean, it's a great idea.
And I would suggest this book to people. It's just not for me. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
thought it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it.
I mean, I'll never forgive you for suggesting it.
well, now I know
Whatever.
you don't like reading stuff like, because
Yeah.
I hate horror movies,
I see.
and it's the opposite maybe where you can handle a horror movie,
Yeah.
but not a horror
I quite
book.
like
I'm the
violent
opposite.
slasher movies, but it's almost because I'm appreciate how they did it. I'm like, oh, how did they like flay that?
Yeah.
And I can
person
deal with
alive?
deal with it so much more in book form.
Me
like I feel like
too.
the
It's
So
gore
interesting.
I
the
can't
gore
deal with the
didn't
visual.
really affect me,
Me too.
at all in this book.
It's the only
Yeah.
part that affected me was talking about eyes popping out of their heads
yeah.
or like stuff like that. But besides, then it's like,
There's a lot of like gray matter leaking
Next
out of somebody's
sentence.
brain.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
That's
the
tough
brain
stuff.
leaking out of the brain.
I
The
know.
only
that's all
part,
the, juice
the only
that makes
part
it
that
tick.
really bothered me was when they talk about how the government's bad. I'm like,
Me
I
too.
just
I'm like,
don't like.
What are they
You
doing that's so
know,
bad? They put on a fun game
They're
for your
trying
bros?
their
Right.
best.
Yeah, they're trying their best.
They're the greatest, manufacturers in the world
They
or
are.
whatever
Yeah.
he said. Greatest,
They're like, we export all sorts of metals and
Right.
steel.
right.
They're top of the world.
Yeah,
I would have loved to just figure out what the hell exactly was going on with the world. You know what I mean?
me too. I think
Yeah.
that's the main thing that was missing for me. That
They say something like they not colonized, but they conquered like China
or Korea,
And
was it
Korea.
Korea
Or something.
And
Well, they
China?
say
Oh,
like
okay.
they allude to the Korean War having happened,
right.
but actually, like I think it's that South Korea with the American imperialists won, and so it's like a
Right.
democratic state now.
Yeah.
But they like Sakamochi says something like we also like conquered some of China, and I was like, what? I just had so many. I kept waiting, and I know it's not that kind of book, so it's like stupid to be wanting this, but I was like,
I
what
thought
is-
more was coming with that.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I would have liked to know more. The dictator shows up. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Or-
they
well-
talk about how like I've heard there's not even a dictator, and you're like,
Exactly.
well, what does my piece of paper say I get for winning?
Well, and that's interesting. It's like we get little insights into what that could be, but it leaves it for the audience to decide.
Yeah.
I guess.
Because it's about
the kids.
this game.
Yeah.
Like it's
right,
really just
right.
a bunch of stuff to like get this game to happen.
And as we've
with
talked about,
reasonably realistic.
we've talked about on the show, so I have to be consistent. Is that I really don't care for the specifics of a fight scene, like, and that's the entire book. So it's just not for me. Like I've talked about on the show, like in a fantasy book, I hate like he swung his sword and blocked
Yeah.
it and then ducked
Yeah.
under. And like that's the whole book. And so like I don't think that's bad. It's just not my
It's a
thing,
fighting
you know what I
book.
mean?
I
or whatever,
also think
you
like
know?
the redeeming quality is it's not like that stuff keeps happening to the main character who's then
Right.
like fine afterwards and there's
That's
no
true.
stakes.
Yeah.
Like you know someone's gonna die at the end of this. So like there are stakes. So
Yeah.
that part didn't bother me that much. And I feel like I have a higher tolerance for that sort of thing than you do, Max.
I
So,
think so. I'm kind of a curmudgeon, wouldn't you say?
yeah.
A little
I'm more of a
bit.
Siri who am I kind of guy. You know what
As
I mean?
your
Hey.
as your
Enjoy that book.
I
Matt.
will.
I will
as
not
your
be
as your
joining
wife
you.
asked you maybe 2 hours ago, do you like anything?
Talking about like violence in books, I just read Jordan Harper's A Violent Masterpiece, and that's a crime thriller about like the seedy underbelly of Los Angeles, and it's about like this guy who's a night crawler, and it's about this criminal defense attorney, and it's about this woman who works for like a celebrity like get you whatever you want service. And like that book is also like that book bordered on me like having to put it down because it was just like hyper violent and I like can't really do it. But I pushed through because I was really curious like how the story was going to wrap up. And I think like what this book has going against it is that I've said it before, is that number one, the violence happening to children, which is kind of like I've recently discovered like while reading this is like something I
Yeah.
can't really handle.
That's good to know.
And two,
That's a green flag for
yeah,
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
By
Thank
the
you,
way,
thank
that's
you.
a green flag.
And two,
we think you're probably not a sociopath.
good,
We
good,
think so
good,
far.
Good.
You keep muttering, it's working.
It's
We have other questions for you.
Yes,
but-
the phones are ringing, and I'd like to answer them. But also the other thing is like I kind of knew how like off rip how it was going to end.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
mean, you
mean?
know that those three will survive to a point,
At
right?
least, I guess that's I said that. But I'm not like some genius. I was like they're going to be the last three.
For sure.
I don't know how like the actual story is going to wrap up. And so like the end of this book on I thought was interesting and compelling because I
Yeah.
didn't know what was going to happen. But I'm just, yeah, they're killing each other. Like I
Right.
get it. I like, they do sort of have the same conversation over and over again, but I like
Yeah.
Shuya and Noriko and
Mhm.
Shogo. I think they're interesting.
And as always with a lot of books that like set up something that's really popular, like the origin. Like when you read it, you're so used to like this idea that it's hard to be like this
Yeah.
was new and hadn't been done before when
Right.
it
Yeah,
came
that's a good
out.
point.
Right.
Where
it was
you're like,
fresh.
oh, the
yeah.
idea of like battle royales and Hunger Games, and there's like 8 of those movies now,
Mhm.
and we all grew up reading them and watching them, like that. And Squid Game and
Right.
Beast Game.
I mean, imagine reading this in
Jimmy
1999.
Beast is like exactly
Yeah.
like
you know,
Sakamochi.
like, yeah, exactly.
And you can quote us.
clip it.
Yeah, no, like reading this book, like Stephen King, when it came out, put it on like his top 5 summer reads, I think. And it's like, you're going to like read this on the beach? It's like, you
I
lunatic.
mean, if you're into it,
yeah, if you're into it.
you know, some people like that stuff.
Yeah.
Some people like that stuff. Well, that is
Well, yeah.
Battle Royale.
That's the show. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Yes, thank
that
you
was
for
very
having
exciting.
me.
Steph, do you want to plug anything?
I mean,
Go
to
ahead.
what capacity?
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want to plug.
Well,
We're not paying you to be here, so this is us paying you to be
True,
here.
true. Well, if you're in Minneapolis and you want to take some long form improv classes, check out my school. That's called Very Good Improv. We have great classes and we have jams that are open to all participants of all experience levels. We do those twice a month. You can sign up for our newsletter at verygoodimprov.com. And it's a really fun community, very inclusive of all the girls and all the gays, and everybody.
Yeah,
no,
they
they're not gonna
they
be blown
won't
up at
blow them up
fucking
in an outhouse.
Right. They won't blow up in an outhouse.
I've
at
been
our,
telling her
yeah.
to get that in the curriculum.
Danilo's
and
been
for
really
some
pushing
reason,
it. But yeah, come check out our classes and jams. And then if you're also in Minneapolis, come to Bryant Lake Bowl last Wednesday of the month for Improv Zodiac. It's a fun improv show that I created and run and whatever, host and produce. Hell yeah.
Improv is great
Hell
and fun.
As a Leo rising, I'll be performing with Danilo.
That's true. At
End
the
of
end of the
July.
month.
End of
Yeah.
July.
If you're a
So
hardcover Hooligans fan and you live in Minneapolis and you go to that show, please bother Danilo.
bother
He's gonna love
Danilo.
Heckle
Yes.
me from the
He's
stage.
gonna love
it.
I would love it.
And then heckle through the rest of the show too. right?
Yeah. I
Say
mean,
whatever you
the
want.
Heckle
risings
people
will
you don't
be
know, get drunk,
Right.
get kicked out.
get drunk, eat some good food, BLB.
Bowl.
You can bowl.
You could bowl.
You could bowl. You could go
You
to the bathroom
know?
and you could cut like a hole in a water bottle and pretend like you're.
You could. You could do that.
You
But
could.
they won't let you blow anyone up there. I know I've
Well,
tried.
which is a
I've
whole
tried.
fucking thing.
I've
with
asked.
You've asked.
Anyway.
You've begged. If you
Yeah.
like the show, you can follow us on social media. You probably already know that because you've probably seen clips of this on social media at Hardcover Hooligans.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
YouTube. Yes. Also send us an email, hardcoverhooligans@gmail.com. And I just want to reiterate, I really appreciate what?
I had to remember this last time. We've said before, if you leave a funny review on Spotify or somewhere, we'll read it on the air. And
Ooh.
I really apologize for whoever left this review because it's been a little bit and we haven't gotten to it. And I would like to
Dang
pull it
it.
up
Oh,
now.
please do.
Guys are really letting your fans down.
It's the only one we've gotten, and we've been saying it since day one.
Talking about this review from May 30th.
Yes.
1 month ago.
Two smart people talk and riff on classic literature. It's a fun and engaging roller coaster of emotions. Do you like listening to podcasts? I hope so, because the Hardcover Hooligan podcast is a serendipitous journey in the form of a podcast. Do you like food? These podcast hosts probably do. I think they both require a Ben Shapiro lesson. Head Gong Bonanza Party featuring Rachel Reed Godzilla Robot. Grok wrote this review. Anyway, in
Thank you,
conclusion, you should listen to this podcast.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Grok.
Thank you, speedballing through life.
Oh, I thought it was Grok.
Insane.
And Grok. Thank you, Grok.
Insane.
And to the person I see here who left a 1-star review.
Boo.
They must have liked Fourth Wing.
JK.
Just kidding.
JK. We're just
I don't think
saying.
there's any other
Ignore the
funny ones.
haters, you know.
Oh, here's a review that was left on Thursday.
Oh,
Uh,
is it funny?
no, but we'll just read them.
Okay.
Yeah, read it.
I can't click on it.
That must be the whole thing. I wonder if you can
But it
just
says
read it from
stayed for it,
there.
it's cut
Oh.
off. I
It
can't-
sounded like you glitched in that moment.
Stayed here for it.
Wait, yeah.
I'm going to read your review backwards. They said, I saw a reel where they were reading a 1-star review of Game Changer, and I was hooked. I love listening to these guys laugh and talk intelligently about books.
Aw.
Well, thank you very
You
much.
Thanks.
guys, you're smart. What?
Thank you.
I know.
What?
I won't believe it.
I
Say
do believe
what?
it. Because I know you IRL. I do believe
Oh
it.
my God.
These guys are smart and they're cool and funny.
Whoa.
Yeah.
we have lives
That's my
beyond the
that's my review.
screen.
That was a beautiful song. No song for
All
this
right.
episode, huh, Danilo? Interesting. All right,
I
everybody.
toyed with the idea of changing lyrics to Born to Run, but
Oh,
like
that
would've
I
been
can't.
good.
We get
That would've been good.
That would've been
demonetized,
good.
and I have no time to do anything.
Baby, buddy.
Oh my God.
And that's the end.
All
I
right,
mean, we're not
everybody,
gonna get it.
stay. We stay.
We
Do you
can't.
know how to get
So
out of
we
this?
think of one at the end of every episode.
Our motto is like stay hard,
Or
We say stay
it-
hard.
but we have to
oh,
say stay, and then we usually do something with the book.
stay.
My brain immediately went to
three
stay
podcasters
15,
remaining.
which we can't say.
Oh.
We can't do stay 15.
No.
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 Stay 3 podcasters remaining.
Stay.
Does that feel right?
Oh.
Stay.
We can do that.
Yeah. Stay 3 podcasters remaining, everybody.